Hello, hello. And what's up? Good morning. I am here living my best life. I slept well. I actually slept 7 hours instead of 6 or 5. I had to take some Advil PM for that to happen, but beggars can't be choosers. Sometimes you just kind of have to accept how you're going to get your shut eye. And for me, that was the only way. So I'll take it. I will take it. It is Monday. We were supposed to have the storm of a century this weekend, and absolutely nothing at all happened, which I think is kind of hilarious. Like our news and everything was like, batten down the hatches. It's just going to storm and storm, and just fuck off. Nothing happened. Which I just think is fucking peak hilarity. Peak hilarity. Here we go. Trying to find everything I'm going to use this morning. Trying to find it. So good morning. I hope you guys slept well. I got to drink this coffee. Sorry, my cats are being so loud downstairs. Good morning, Dr. Sarcasm. They're being so loud. They're so loud. So loud. And this morning, like when I woke up, they were acting like they were drugged. They were just sitting there like, oh, we can't be bothered. I tried to go downstairs and walk a little bit on my treadmill. And guys, not only was I not feeling it, I was like, I don't want to be late. I want to be able to stream. Good morning, Jody. I want to be able to do what I'm supposed to do. So I'm going to go ahead, get in there, live my best life. Here we go. Yep. The other day, someone was like, I respect your hustle of trying to get a new mattress. So for those of you who don't know, I invested a whole lot of money in a Tempur-Pedic mattress because my husband has had spine surgery and he needs more spine surgery. So I was like, this is an investment I have to be, willing to make for the health of my husband's back. So no regrets there. However, the mattress with a 10-year warranty literally collapsed within years. So within 3 years, one side was completely collapsed in. We rotated the mattress and I took my husband's collapsed side and now both sides are collapsed. So the middle of our mattress is like this. And there's huge sinkholes. Well, they make you put a broomstick on the mattress and send a picture of a quarter against the broomstick to show you the sinkhole, the sag. And they're like, oh, your mattress doesn't sag enough. When I get into my mattress, the sinkhole is like that deep. Like my body immediately goes into this sinkhole. So that's when I realized it's a scam. So Tempur-Pedic was like, well, we'll offer you a discount. I'm like, why would I spend more money on a product with a 10-year warranty? Why the fuck would I give you guys another dime of my money? Terrible customer service. And I've been using Tempur-Pedic for over 20 years. So on and off, I'm just like, fuck these guys. And someone's like, oh, you're bitching publicly because you're trying to get a free mattress. I wouldn't take a free mattress because here's the deal. They are running a scam on their customers and would only give me a free mattress to shut me up, but no one else would be able to get a free mattress unless you have a big social media following. So that would just help me help them keep fucking people over. What mattress brand would I rather buy? I don't know. I've been doing lots of research. It's hard to make a decision. Also, like I was kind of hoping to not have to invest in a mattress for like 10 fucking years because that was the warranty of the mattress I just bought. And this mattress was thousands of dollars. Like I had to get it on a payment plan. And it was on sale when I got it. It was like a $4,000 mattress. But as I said, my husband had spine surgery and needs more spine surgery. So I was like, this is an investment that I have to make, we have to make for his health. So we did. Well, sleep number is completely out of my affordability wheelhouse. That's that's the thing, is I took the money I had for a mattress and I've already spent it. Isn't that sad? Yeah, well, we have to the thing is, like, to find a mattress that can support someone like my husband, they try to steer you towards mattresses for morbidly obese people. But my husband isn't morbidly obese and neither am I. So then they feel like a board. You know what I mean? Because he's 6'6", 265, and it's muscle. But they're like, here's this mattress for 450-pound people. I'm like, we're not 450 pounds each, buddy. They have great no interest financing deals. Sleep Number, it's so expensive though. I mean, yeah, it's so expensive. And I have a California King. Sleep Number split California King at the low price of $10,000. Like, where the fuck am I going to get that? Get the fuck out of here. I don't like to invest, like, unless I have the money. No, I'm not one of those people that spend money I don't have. I don't do that. And thankfully, that keeps me from, reeling in debt. I look at things and I'm like, my mortgage on my house and my car payment is all I want. I don't keep adding to the stack, especially when my business is down, because the economy is down. My business fell 70% from 2022, 2021. My business crashed about 70% in sales. So the last thing I'm going to do is rack up debt. More debt. No way. So I'm just going to have to figure it out, man. It's going to take a while. Got to earn that paper. I chuckle when I hear you typing like a maniac. I'm a loud typer. I have a typing issue. I'm a loud typer. Hey, look at this. We already have Christmas gifts. Avon Christmas gifts. This is a good deal. The Beyond Glow Niacinamide, which I'm going to use today. Serum and Cream Holiday Set, only $39.99. Why the fuck not? That's good. 5,000 is bad enough. Dude, mattresses are out of control. And like I said, I already spent $4,000 I didn't have on a Tempur-Pedic. So I'm loath to invest again, man. Like, I'm going to research this until I'm purple in my fucking face. Because I researched Tempur-Pedic till I was purple in my face. And what really sold me was the 10-year warranty that they don't honor. Because I remember they're like, your mattress doesn't sag enough. And I was like, my husband is sleeping on the floor. The floor is more comfortable than the broken mattress. And you are telling me that it's not that bad and that you won't honor your warranty? Eat fucking actual ass. Just eat it. So this was our vitamin C Beyond Glow. And now I'm going to use the niacinamide. Niacinamide and panthenol and all this Asian Korean beauty goodness. I wish that using this just turned my skin into Asian skin. It's so funny. So I have a friend, she's Japanese, and her parents, oh my gosh, they looked so effing young. And I was like, you and your family, dude, like, you guys look so young. And she's like, but when it hits, it slaps. Like, it's bad. I'm like, what? She's like, within a year, she's like, if you're Asian, all of a sudden you hit like, in your 70s and you go from looking young all the time to like a withered olive tree. She's like, it's like all the slow aging never takes place. So when it hits, it's like you've deflated. I'm like, okay. Beyond Glow eye cream with caffeine and retinol. Let's do it. Let's do it. And I'm like, that is hilarious. And then she's showing me pictures of her family members and she's like, see, look at my aunt. I'm like, okay. I hear you. She's like, so it's very jarring to go from looking so young to looking super fucking old in like 3 months. I'm like, I don't know if I would rather have a slow process of aging or have it, hit hard like Japanese people. If there's a stain on it, you're screwed out of the warranty. I put a protector, mattress protector, all over my bed. When I get rid of my beds, the people helping me get rid of them ask me if they're brand new beds. That is how fucking clean they are. I do not know. I'm glad you're chatting. Nobody else is fucking talking. Just a few people. So I will take anyone being a chatty Kathy. It gives me something to do and something to read. Not my quote, but I've heard Asian don't raisin. That's funny. That's funny. I think it's funny. What is going on? Diane Keaton died at 79. And everyone's talking about what a shock it is. But did you know that the average life expectancy of an American female is 77 years old? So when people are like, shocking death, and I'm like, is it? Is it sad? Absolutely. All death is sad. All death is horrifically sad. It's horrible. I hate death. It's sad. It's awful. But when someone's 79 years old, I don't feel like it's a shocking thing. Does that make sense? Who is this? Let's see. Oh my gosh. Is anyone else tired of this shit? Like, I don't think there's an innocent party in this marriage. This chick used to wear people's blood and she would steal people's husbands all the time. Now, Linda, genetics, how long do people in your family live? Like, genetically, the men in my family don't live as long as I'd like. You know what I mean? They just don't. My grandma left this earth age 87, almost 88, and almost all her sisters did as well. So, unfortunately for me, I used to smoke cigarettes. Oh my gosh, do I hate myself for that. Oh, they're both assholes, right? I know for a fact that these are both assholes. They are A-list celebrities. You are hard pressed to find an A-list celebrity that is not an asshole. How do you find that? Hey, Aaron, that is a good sign for you. You know what? I always get a little chilly. Like, I'll sit here drinking my coffee and I'm like, everything's good. I'm good. It's all good. And then I'm like, you know what? I want a big sweater. Can we get this out of here? Thank you. Thank you. All right. Big sweater. Yeah, I fucking love it. My husband had a fire going yesterday. This morning when I woke up, it was 70 degrees in the house. 70 fucking degrees. And for us, that's hot. I was like, oh, damn. No one comes through a divorce unscathed. Well, like, look, I've been through a divorce. It was awful. And I'm sure he thought I was an asshole too. I'm positive if you asked my ex-husband if he thought I was an asshole, he'd be like, yeah, she's a fucking asshole. feelings mutual, everyone move on. That's the reason you've gotten a divorce, is because you don't fucking like each other anymore. Like, you don't have glowing positive things to say anymore about one another. We saw on the weather app the other day for rain and a watch out for ponding. Like, what the fuck is that? They're coming up with new words. Guys, we were told we were going to get hit with like the storm of the century, to batten down the hatches, to get ready. So we did. We sat here and we got ready. We're ready for the big effing storm. And you guys know what happened? Nothing. Nothing fucking happened. Nothing. Like, it looked like some White Walkers were coming down our mountain, and that's about it. Nothing happened. I was like, this is the storm? This is it? Yep. Whole lot of nothing. When I worked in New York City Cinema, I sold Diane Keaton Jr. mints. She's really nice. I had to shake all the boxes to find one that people hadn't picked out of. Ew, people would open up and pick out of boxes? People are fucking animals, dude. They're absolute animals. Who would do such a thing? That is nasty. That is nasty. Well, it's so funny because if you look at weather reports, it'll be like, everything bad's coming your way. Then it's like, well, some bad things might be coming your way. And then as you get closer and closer, it's like, well, there might be a few bad things coming your way. And then it's like 2 hours from the storm hitting, and they're like, oh, expect a couple of showers. Third typhoon in the Philippines? That's crazy. That is crazy. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what eyeshadow I'm going to wear today. I'm a fucking picky bitch. So fucking picky. Vixen. I mean, I could go full smoky. Look at my totally disconnected screen. Like, what the fuck is that? Bastard. Maybe I'll just smoke out my eyes. I was going to go super natural today, and now I think I'm going to go the polar opposite. Sometimes you just have to do crazy ass shit. I live in Florida. You can always tell the people who aren't from here because they're the only ones freaking out about hurricanes. Yeah, but then you Florida and stay there when it's really bad and you get fucked in your ass. You know what I mean? Like, I grew up in Tornado Alley. I think in 1990, a massive F5 tornado struck my town and the town over. It actually went up in the air and it hopped over my house, and we watched it happen. Like, people I went to school with were like bleeding out and shit. Like, it was not good. A lot of people died. And if we had been more populated then, it would have been a lot more people that died. And I was always like, oh, tornado weather, let's go in the basement. And everyone else is like, cool, we go outside and stand there. And I'm like, I feel like everyone's a fucking idiot. It's been pretty cold here. Like, we had a very mild summer. And mild, I mean, like, it was like 50 degrees in July. I was like, boo. It was not 89. There's no. Plainfield, Illinois tornado. It was not 89. 1990. I knew it. My friend saved a softball sized hail ball from that for up until it had to been like 6 years ago in her parents' freezer. I never understood long lines getting supplies. People don't keep extras on hand during hurricane season. A lot of people are fucking stupid and they prepare for nothing. They literally like, I have DoorDash. I don't need to be self-reliant at all. Like, I remember living in LA, people had no supplies for like a major earthquake. Nothing. Nothing. Nothing at all. Not batteries, not flashlights, not fucking water, and no fucking food. Nothing. Nothing. What are you people gonna fucking do? All right, Angelina Jolie is opening up about her split from Brad Pitt. Bitch, this is all you've talked about. Okay, that neither she nor their children have visited once they shared French winery. Who cares? I feel like she's dragged her kids into this divorce. I smell it. I know mothers like this, that they're like, your father's evil, bad father, evil father, us against your dad. Like, I've seen it so many times, and I know this behavior, and I just am telling you, I feel it from her. I feel that is what she is doing. She is just like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to trash your fucking dad forever. Forever. Just nonstop. Trash, trash, trash. You know, her team did a really good job reinventing her. Because you have to remember, she was the crazy bitch that used to suck off Billy Bob Thornton before red carpets. And then they would brag about how they were just sucking each other off before they walked the red carpet. She was the chick that broke up people's marriages. She wore people's blood and like drank their blood and shit. Like, she was not fucking right. And then all of a sudden they made her, you know, Mother Earth. And I haven't bought what they've been selling the whole time. She has a great PR team. Unbelievable PR team. To take someone that was so well known for just total buffoonery like that. All right. Let's put a little of this stuff on my face, shall we? This is my Vixen palette. Little Vixen. I don't know. Do you guys know parents like that in divorces? It's like the parents don't put their children first. They put themselves first. And they want to win the affection of their kids. And they will pit their children against their spouse. They will slam their spouse. And here's the thing. If your spouse sucks, okay, or your ex sucks, but when you post about that shit online, like when you're just posting how much your ex just fucking sucks, and you guys know exactly the people I'm talking about, you've seen your friends do it, it just makes them look bad. I had to like reach out to a buddy and I was like, girl, like, it makes you look really bad. I know, because, and I knew him. I'm like, it doesn't matter if he's the bad guy. When you go posting shit like this, it just makes you look like the bad guy. And I don't want this for you because you just look bitter and vindictive. And she's like, yeah, but he. I'm like, yeah, tell me about it. Call me and complain about your marriage. Call your other friends. Like, do not post all over the internet your dirty laundry thinking that you're coming off well. It's very unfortunate because you're not. It's not a good look for anyone. It's really bad. It's just bad, especially when you have kids and stuff, because your kids will grow up. And if you don't let your own children figure out that like their dad or mom is a butthole and you're like, I'm going to tell them all about it. Ugh. That's their only father or only mother. Like, they're actually related to this person you hate and they will fucking turn against you, dude. They will turn against you. They will see through your vindictive bullshit. It might not be now. They might be 28 years old and look back and be like, dude, mom was a vindictive twat and made me hate my fucking dad. And it's my only dad or my only, mom. Do you understand what I'm saying? My ex tells my kids all details they should never hear. 8 years later, he's still at it. Yeah, no, that's terrible. That, Donna, it will change. It will change when they're older. They will see through his shit. It will change. It will change, and not to his benefit. It will change. Trust me, I've seen it in real time. Where one parent's trashing the other parent, and you think all the kids are on that parent's side, and then the kids grow up and go, hey, wait a minute, I've been groomed. You know what I mean? Could you imagine being the kid stuck in the middle of all that nonsense, having to worry about Central and mommy's PR on top of your family falling apart? Dude, just being a Nepo baby from them would be enough for me to probably fuck me up for life. You know what I mean? People trying to rig the come to me test for custody of pets in a divorce just so they can take the doggo from the other partner. I think marriage needs to be treated as more sacred. I think that fault divorces should exist. Like if you got caught cheating and shit, like fuck you. I think divorce should be way harder to get. I don't think people should just get fucking married unless they're like really meaning it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, okay, without trashing anyone in my past, if there was like a test or something to take before marriage, I probably would have aced mine. It was my one and only marriage that I was entering. And then my ex probably would have flunked his because of how many times he had been married at that point. And they'd be like, yeah, we're not even going to issue this marriage license to you because your entire past just shows that, you know, you're not really into marriage. And if there was huge repercussions to getting married, I don't think people would do it. I don't think they'd just jump into these marriages with people. People treat marriage like it's dating. Marriage is the bonding of two souls. You know what I mean? It is the bonding of two fucking souls. This is kind of getting fun. Got one eye done. My stepson has had some lights come on recently. It's really sad. Yeah, hating the other parent more than you love your kids. Yeah. We were supposed to have a huge snowstorm, but it never happened. People enter into marriage with less thought than a mobile phone contract. I am telling you, it's so effing bad just how much people treat marriage like it's nothing. Hold on. There we go. It makes me sad. Like I was raised that marriage was like a sacred thing between, you know, man, wife, and God, not like, you know, the Hollywood people. It is child abuse to pit one parent against the other. It's child abuse to bring children into adult issues. It just is. It is. All right, let's see. Wife of Matlock star booted from show over alleged sexual assault slams his accuser. So it's alleged and they booted him from the show without proving it? It was painful to watch you on my February. You really loved him and he treated you so bad. My fault. No one else's. We teach people how to treat us. So if we teach people that they can treat us a certain way and that there's no repercussions for it, then, you know, the first time, shame on them. And then every time afterwards, shame on you. So don't feel bad for me because, you know, that was my own stupid fault. No one was like forcing. I had very little self-value. Clearly, I did not value myself. And that is my fault. and no one else's. My fault and no one else's. And then once I figured that out, I was able to fix myself and fix my my picker, because my picker was broken. That's another thing. Like, my picker in picking love interest was broken because I grew up and I struggled with affection. I was rejected a lot. Didn't have that soft place to fall. So what happens when you grow up? You mimic toxic behaviors that you grew up with. And instead of, opening up my toolbox and fixing these things, instead, I perpetuated more of them, and hence started the toxic cycle of dumbassery, all of which were my fault and no one else's. And it wasn't until I was like, this is not the life I want to live. I want to be a better person. Clearly, I keep making terrible decisions in my life when it comes to men, relationships, and, that's on me. My picker was broken, and once I fixed that picker, everything's good. It's so funny, like, my husband and I, like, if we hit a rough patch, we'll talk about things, and I just recently said to him, I'm like, I don't mean to sound like a turd, but I have been in such terrible relationships before that sometimes our issues don't even come across as issues or anything that is that important because of how minuscule they are, because of, having been in really toxic, bad, and sometimes abusive past relationships. And I was like, it's not like a knock. I'm not saying I don't want to, work on this or that. It's just like sometimes I'm blinded to the little things that I could do to improve my marriage now because I'm so used to being in such awful, awful, awful relationships that when something bad is happening in my marriage that, like, I could, improve on it myself or vice versa, I tend to overlook it because I'm like, this is still, everything's coming up Millhouse. Everything's still so good. Everything's so fucking good. It's so good. You sound like someone who's done the work and has years of therapy. Here's my issue. I had many years of therapy, but it was because my therapist was failing me. I don't know. Did I put my eye primer on? I don't feel like I did. I don't feel like I put my eye primer on, guys, and I've put eyeshadow on. Do you guys have a better memory than me? Did I put this shit on? I don't think I did. I don't think I did it. Which means I would have to remove what I just did because this shit ain't gonna last. This is just gonna go to utter shit because you need a primer. Please help me. Your mate selector just needed to be recalibrated? Yes, because my mate selector was selecting to perpetuate a toxic thing that had been going on with me since I was young, which is rejection, emotional rejection, invalidation. I'm thinking, nope, right, Stella? I didn't do it. I didn't put it on. And now I'm going to wipe all the makeup off that I just did because I'm not fucking playing. You didn't. I know. It's just sitting there and I look at it and I'm like, I'm blending this stuff and it just doesn't feel right. Seems to be going on oddly. And I'm like yapping with you guys. And I'm like, I'm trying to do this. Just something seems off. I'm an idiot. That's one thing that's been consistent that you can't blame on anyone I've ever been with in my life, anything. I'm the idiot. I am always the idiot. I'm stupid. I forget shit. I get distracted easily. I'm probably OCD with some attention deficit, but it's just who I am. I'm an idiot. So let me have my eye cream kind of set in, and then I'm going to put that primer on and then redo this. So David Del Rio's wife, Catherine, took to social media after her husband was fired from Matlock following a sexual assault accusation, slamming the actress before deleting her post. But here's the thing, and I learned this in Hollywood, and I knew a couple women who did this, where they falsely accused people of something they didn't do. Amber Heard. That's one that we can say. And then got the guy fired, Johnny Depp, and it wasn't true. Do you understand? So I don't just believe everyone unless like someone I knew was best friends with this chick and was like, she is not lying, dude. Then I would trust someone I know because I trust their understanding of someone, their view of someone that they've let in their life. Does that make sense? No way it would have wiped off that easily if you had Prime first, right? So the wife of Matlock star who was fired from the show after an allegation, I can't believe they redid Matlock. And they're like, it's now a woman with a vagina. Matlock is now a girl with a vagina. I'm like, get out. And I love Kathy Bates. She's Matlock, right? I fucking love her. But I'm like, get out of here with this bullshit. Yep, I stopped weed cold turkey. Never ever picked it up again after smoking it all day, every day from age 13 to 32. Ploofy white kitty. He's over there asleep. Being a kitty who's sleeping. Okay, so he was booted from the show after an alleged incident involving co-star Leah Lewis on Paramount. Escorted off the lot last week, the same day the allegations were reported. Okay, not long after the firing was made public, the actor's wife reportedly went to her own Instagram story to share a close-up of his face, writing, "This is the most disturbing human being I've ever met." Okay, shared a photo of her with her own mother before captioning the story with the exact same statement. Let's see. So an allegation doesn't mean there's been any proof outside of words. I don't care if it's a great show. I have no interest in it. I have none. Matlock is a man. I'm so done with remakes. Like, now we have a vagina. It's special because instead of a dick, it's a vagina. Now the white guy is black. Oh, look how amazing it is now. And I'm like, no, it's not amazing now. It's stupid. Get it out of here. I'm so tired of this shit. Here's something that I believe, and I tell people this all the time. In modern movies, we always see the girl boss, I'm fighting all the men. Look at me, I'm a girl boss, right? So, and the woman's always saving the man and shit. If I had to save some man, my vagina would be dry and I would have no attraction to them whatsoever. I'd be like, okay, lady, little miss, like the fact that I have to fucking save you all to get out of here. What are you, a woman? Like, you have to be alone, single, your relationships don't work. You're with a beta male that drinks Starbucks with soy lattes all day, wearing skinny jeans, who crosses their legs like a woman. Or you're a lesbian or gay. When you're because as a woman, I want the man to save the chick. I said it before, I'll say it again. If they were made Titanic today, it would be Rose who put Jack on the door, and Rose would die. And Jack would be like, I'll never let go. I'll never let go. Like, that's what would happen. That's what they would fucking do. And I can't support it anymore. It's not about vaginas. It's about being so inept and so incapable of creating anything new that you steal a successful entity because you're so devoid of any creativeness. And then you take something like Matlock and you're like, and now he's a woman. Do, 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 do. And it's like, get this out of here. I'm over it. Like, write a new show where she's awesome that's not called Matlock. Stop remaking everything. Stop sex swapping and race swapping and being like, look how new it is. It's not new. It's stupid. It's so dumb. I just don't understand. Like, all the romance comedies, all right, a little FMG Cashmere. Jerry Maguire, arguably one of the best romantic movies there is, right? Today they'd be like, Jerry Maguire is now the woman. And the woman goes, you complete me. I'm working so hard to win the hand of my little feminine man. Oh, look at me. Girl boss. Girl boss. And it's like, I can't do this. I can't fucking do this. That is how they would remake Jerry Maguire today. Instead of the supportive pregnant wife, they'd have like a supportive pregnant man of Cuba Gooding Jr. They wouldn't race swap Cuba Gooding Jr., but they would race swap Tom Cruise. Definitely. Or Renee Zellweger. They would race swap the fuck out of them. Not Regina King. And every man would be emasculated. Why am I so angry? If your husband drinks Starbucks, your husband has absolutely no fucking taste in coffee. Their coffee literally tastes like burnt butthole. Like if you took a lighter and burnt the hair on someone's butthole and then pressed a button and had the butthole spit out coffee into a cup. That's what it is. Look, if you have a feminine partner that crosses his legs to where he squishes his balls and you're the one saving the day and that's what gets you going, is to have some effeminate, weak man that is not a man, then awesome. Good for you. I would argue you've probably been on a lot of birth control. Because let me tell you the truth that I learned. I was on birth control for many years. And I got off of it when I was in a relationship. And all of a sudden, the smell of the person I was with, they didn't stink, but just the smell made me sick. I was like repulsed by them. And I was like, what the fuck has just happened? You're so mad. Fuck off, Spazbot. If you don't like me, if you're so wrapped up in how angry I am, why are you watching this? Like, go do something better with your life besides bitch in a fucking shitty live stream that no one's watching but you. Just, gotta put them Avon ladies in their place. Here's one of my favorites. 9 celebrity kids who don't think they're Nepo babies. Patrick Schwarzenegger. No one could tie him to anything, could they? Okay, landed quite a few major roles in Hollywood. He doesn't want to be considered a Nepo baby, but you fucking are. He explained that he doesn't really like the label because he feels he puts in just as much work as everyone else. No one would know who the fuck you are without daddies. Are you kidding me? Is that a joke? Emma Roberts is the niece of Julia Roberts. They forgot Eric Roberts, who's a excellent actor. Excellent. Acknowledges that people believe her career is based on nepotism. It is. She disagrees, noting that if it was all about being a Nepo baby, she would have landed many more roles throughout her career. Bitch, the only reason you got the roles you did is your fucking aunt is Julia Roberts and you're related to Eric Roberts. What the fuck? Okay, you're right, naughty boy. At least change your last name so you hide your ties to your parents like Nicolas Cage did. Nicolas Cage changed his last name so people wouldn't know what a Nepo baby he was. The funny part is I occasionally hear, I'm so glad they rebooted insert old franchise here because now the character is just like me. Yeah, you watched Matlock and thought that. Dude. Everyone wants to see themselves and everything because everyone's a fucking narcissist. Emilio Estevez. There you go. Who else? Dakota Johnson hasn't held back when it comes to how much she dislikes the Nepo baby label. But you are. Despite from coming from an acting dynasty. She was financially cut off by her famous father, Don Johnson, when she decided to pursue acting as a teen. And has called the label lame and boring. You're only where you are because of daddies. Do you know what my dad used to say? When you turn 18, get the fuck out. You're an adult. You don't live here no more. 18 years old, you can serve your country. You best be prepared. You do seem like you're angry today. All right, maybe I'm just going to end this stream. Maybe I'm going to do that. Because that's not how I want to come out. So stop sharing. Maybe I'll just end the stream. Because being a negative force in the world is not what I'm going for. And I'm PMSing and I just don't feel like this anymore. We hit that. It's like, I was ready to keep going, but I'm telling you, when you're PMSing, people being like, you are angry today. You're like, I don't want to deal with this shit. It's like a husband with a nagging wife. Sometimes I just don't, do anything. Don't listen to trolls. You're doing great. No, some people think I'm an asshole. That has been my stream. Hey, do you know you're a fucking cunt today? Oh, gee. Thanks. All right, I'll stick around, but there's only so much my PMSing ass will take. Because I have a zero fucking tolerance for bungholery. It's like at a nothing. Yeah, no, apparently people think I'm fucking raging over here. Yeah, I know. Emma, what's her face? Emma Roberts is Eric Roberts' daughter, and she's like, she doesn't like her dad and all this shit, and her dad's so fucking talented. I'm sorry, he's a really talented dude. O'Shea Jackson Jr., whose father is rapper actor Ice Cube, has turned down the Nepo baby label because he believes he put in the work to earn his career. My husband and I were watching this movie. I didn't know it was Ice Cube's kid. And I was like, what is this? Some fucking poor man's bootleg Ice Cube? I swear to God, I said it. And my husband's like, yeah, no shit. He's like even trying to sound like him, looks like him and shit. This is like the poor man's fucking bootleg Ice Cube. And then I looked it up and I'm like, oh my God, that's his kid. This is fucking kid. And we all know why he has in a career. Your dad is fucking Ice Cube. You think that has no fucking sway over your nepotism? You want to fucking know about someone who was handed nothing or handed nothing growing up and then earned everything? That would be me. My parents both worked in fucking factories, Clorox, Bleach, and Kraft Foods. Factories. Your dad is Ice fucking Cube. That's your father. That's your dad. But I worked real hard to get where I am. Despite his breakout role being in his father's film, Straight Outta Compton, he says he still had to work as hard as everyone else. See, when you're a Nepo baby, you don't see the world through the eyes, through the lens of everyone else. You actually think that you've struggled and all this shit because your perspective, it's flawed because you have grown up being handed everything because you're a Nepo baby. And think about the actual disconnect you have to have as a person from reality to have like Ice Cube as your dad, to have your breakout role in your dad's film, and then you're like, oh no, I earned this. I'm where I'm at because I really earned this, you see. Nothing was handed to me. Nothing at all. Like Ice Cube's one of those dudes that everyone loves him. I mean, Friday to me is probably the greatest comedy of all time. I love it. There's never a time I won't watch it, no matter at what point in the film it's at. If I land on it, I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta watch this. Totally gotta watch it. There's never enough times that I can watch it. It makes me laugh every single time. And whenever Ice Cube's in something, I kind of want to watch it. I love Ice Cube. I just can't imagine being like, I'm not a Nepo baby. Not a Nepo baby. Not a Nepo baby. Anyone else? Lords Leon, maybe Madonna's eldest daughter, but she says she's paved her own way, despite what other people may assume. In fact, she wanted to be independent from her mom as soon as possible. Following her high school graduation, she started paying rent at her own apartment and covered her own college tuition. Really? How'd you get that money? Where did you get the fucking money to cover your college tuition? Well, I had a trust fund, but it was my own money. Oh. Oh my God. They have no self-awareness to know how bad they're coming off. None. Raised in the lap of luxury, able to just pick up a career in Hollywood, handed everything. You think you have a normal life when Madonna is your mom? Look at how Madonna lives. Like, look at how that bitch rolls. Is that someone who, is struggling in her private jets and her mansions? But these kids are so coddled that, like I said, they have no self-awareness. They will actually go out there and be like, I earned my place in life. And they mean it. And they don't realize how fucking stupid they sound. They don't have the self-awareness to know that they should be embarrassed by what they're saying. Oh, these sweet summer childs. Sweet summer childs. They're so out of touch. Lily Rose Depp. Yeah, no one knows whose kid that is. And her mom's just as famous in Europe. Like, she's ridiculously famous over there. She's always rejected the label of Nepo baby. Reflecting on her career, she says it hasn't been easy. And she's had to work even harder to prove she isn't just the child of a famous person. Your career is dating celebrities, hanging out with celebrities, living in fucking mansions, and being handed every connection in Hollywood on earth by both your parents. even overseas. So not just in America, you have connections everywhere. It's an easy assumption to make to think that I would just have roles landing on my doorstep because of my name. That's what happened. But that's an idea I've always kind of rejected. I've always been under the impression that I have to work twice as hard to prove to people that I'm not just here because it's easy for me. Then go work in a factory. I feel like you're not what your name is. If you're not right for something, they're just not going to hire you because if your name looks good on the post, dude, she's delusional. That's fucking delusion. That's pure delusion. Let's do a little eyeliner here. Like, you are living in a complete delusion to sit there and say these things. It's unbelievable. And again, they're so spoiled and they've been handed so much that they have no embarrassment to publicly say these things. Like, they're not embarrassed to make these claims, and they should be embarrassed. Like, this is not humble. I think they want you to believe how humble and how hard, but you're not humble. You're the opposite of that. And you're coming off really privileged to the point that you're insufferable. Like, if my dad was Ice Cube or Johnny Depp, I would be like, look, I put my everything into my job, and I am so grateful to my parents and their connections that I mean, all the people who want to be in Hollywood move to LA, and sometimes not a single one will book a job because they have no connections. And everyone knows that in Hollywood, it's who you know and who you blow. So if you're not sitting there, schlucking with everyone, producers know if they don't hire her, her dad will never work for them. You know who's Nepo but still worth his salt? Ben Stiller. He's opened his mouth up so much that I feel like Ben Stiller after Tropic Thunder is nothing. Ben Stiller up until Tropic Thunder, because there's plenty of really talented Nepo babies. Drake is a Nepo baby. From his grandfather to his father, tied into the music industry, but Drake is actually talented. You know what I mean? So there's many, Emma Roberts is talented, but she's still fucking Nepo baby. There's so many talented people out there that never would have made it as far as these people have made it without those connections. It never would have happened. I don't know, man. Know thyself. You know what I mean? Like, I know that I will always be lower working class white trash at heart. I know that is inside of me, you guys, and I can't shake it, and it's okay. But I'm not gonna like tell people like, oh, I'm not white trash and blee blee. Yeah, I am. In fact, when I was in LA, people, they would assume, because it's all about smoke and mirrors. So the people I was with were trying to project that they were much wealthier than what they were. So then people just assumed I was too because I was tied to them. And everyone's all like, you're new money. Meaning like I was trashy and stuff. I was on set of a show and I was eating lunch with the crew. And one of the people in the talent was like, you don't want to talk to them. They're just ladder rung climbers and they're just going to use you to try to get ahead. And I was like, wow, dude, this place, what a fucking place I'm in. Just an actual shit show. This is just the silver I'm using from here. Dude, my eyes are ridiculous today. This was such a ridiculous look that I decided to do. I don't know why I went for this, but I did. It is what it is, and we're just going to go for it, you know. Sometimes you just got to go for it. So we're doing it. I look like a middle-aged, bloated whore. You know what? This is the Pamela Anderson up until she became Earth Mother. Remember, she was like, up until her like mid 50s, she was really still trying to push the sex symbol thing. So she would show up with this eye makeup that I'm doing right now, just totally overdone. That's what I'm doing. I think Carmen Electra still does it. She still does it. Still does it. I met Carmen Electra a long time ago at an event. It was like 2014. She's very pretty in person, but I got the impression that she was very uninteresting and boring. But she could have just been a really guarded person and wasn't, you know, saying anything. But I remember being like, well, I'm going to leave this conversation now because I'm bored. And she was very tiny. And she was very pretty, but very tiny. Just a little itty bitty thing. Just the tiniest thing you've ever seen. Little tiny lady. All right, a little bit here, a little bit there. I don't know if I'm going to work out later, guys. I get so lazy. I think I'm going to do something, and then I just start doing my makeup, and I'm like, I don't know about all that. I don't know about all of that, you guys. Should probably put mascara on. First time I saw that eye makeup was on the Drew Carey show. Thanks, Jennifer. I'm a complete asshole. When it comes to fame, almost nobody measures up to their parents, which is true. There's nothing wrong with setting up your kids for success. I feel like it takes away character. I'm telling you, I have friends whose parents helped really set them up, and there's a lack of character because there's a lack of struggle, and character is built by struggle. Does that make sense? Some of the most uninteresting people I've ever had to talk to never had that struggle in life to make it or get somewhere. Danielle, I believe Pamela Anderson stopped wearing makeup and stuff to revitalize her career and earn more money. I'm not hating her for it, but this is Hollywood and this is what people do. I think she stopped earning money through the sex symbol status and she was getting too old to sell it anymore. And then she had a powwow with her team and they figured out that the reinvention, kind of like when Angelina Jolie became the United Nations girl and stuff, instead of the woman who wore blood and destroyed people's marriages. I just don't look at Hollywood and the things they do as authentic. It's just not an authentic thing. And I told everyone when she started, I'm like, in 2 seconds, she's going to start schlucking skincare because her whole team have a plan for her new Mother Earth line and not hating on her. Carmen Electra has an OnlyFans. She old. Hold on. Carmen Electra is how old? She's 53. OnlyFans? Why would you be on that? What? You're Carmen Electra. It says subscribe for free on her OnlyFans. You think I should put some makeup on? Okay. Am I doing something wrong, Linda? My dad was a coal miner, my mom a cook, and I worked in a factory. Good morning. It was hard work. I think hard work and earning yourself into things really helps. Well, yeah, Pam Anderson did do something to extend her career, but that was something that came out of a board meeting with her team. They all sat down and they plotted on how they were going to market her to continue to make money. I don't think it came from a natural thing. You know what I mean? Zoe Deschanel may not be the first person you think of when you hear Nepo Baby, but she comes from a family in entertainment. Her mom, Mary Jo Deschanel, starred in Twin Peaks, and her father, Caleb Deschanel, was a cinematographer. Yeah, you're a Nepo Baby. Director of photography. You're a Nepo Baby. Your mom was in Twin Peaks. Look at how she defends she's not a Nepo Baby, only talking about her dad and not bringing up her mom. Lottie Moss. Oh, yeah. Having a supermodel mother has done nothing. Oh, younger sister, Lottie Moss. Who's this bitch? Lottie Moss. Ozempic overdose. 17-year-old sister. Damn. Her dad got busy way later on in life. I'm sick of people blaming nepotism of why they aren't rich and famous and successful. Life isn't fair. Yeah, you say shit like this when you're a fucking Nepo Baby, Lottie Moss. You fucking Nepo Baby. Jackson White, Katie Seagal's son, tells Me Lies actor Jackson White absolutely hates being called a Nepo Baby, but you are. He tries to separate himself from your famous family. You can't. You can't. Nepo Baby photos. All of these people are where they are because they're Nepo babies. Naomi Watts and Liev Schreiber's 16-year-old daughter Kai walks in the runway. Really? Is it because you're a Nepo baby? Brandon Fraser and his son Holden Fraser, you're on a red carpet with one of the 90s biggest blockbuster movie stars. Get out of here. Busta Rhymes and his sons. Yeah, no one's heard of Busta Rhymes. Dude, bro, your genes are strong, Busta. These kids be looking just like their daddy. He got some strong genes. Cardi B, your daughter is not going to be normal dressing like that, posing like that at that age. She's just not going to be normal. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Travis Barker and Shanna Moakler's son, Landon Barker, walks the runway. Oh, you're a model. Okay, Nepo Baby. Jude Law and Sadie Frost's daughter, Iris Law, walks the runway. She looks 3 feet tall. She's a Nepo Baby. Look at this. Olivia Jade, influencer and daughter of Lori Loughlin. Yeah, Lori Loughlin's daughter. Fucking Nepo Baby. Ava Philippe. Yeah, you look just like your fucking mom. Reese Witherspoon, you fucking Nepo Baby. What is this? Idris Elba's daughter. Oh my gosh. Olivia Jade, Ava Philippe, and Tim McGraw. I mean, get out of here. Get out of here. The Nepo Babies. Daughter of J.J. Abrams. Must be nice. Laura Dern's daughter. Hey, you're on a Ralph Lauren red carpet. It couldn't be. It couldn't possibly be. Because you're a fucking Nepo Baby. Jamie Lee Curtis and Michael Douglas. Yep, Nepo Babies. Nepo Babies. Hey, I just want to remind you guys, do you know why all our jobs are overseas? Democrats and Republicans. You know why we got invaded at our border for years? You guys aren't going to believe this. Democrats and Republicans. You know why we're trillions and trillions of dollars in debt? Wait for it. Democrats and Republicans. And do you know who pits you against your neighbors so they're never held accountable? Can you guess? Can you guys fucking guess? Democrats and Republicans. There it is. There it is. We just played a game. The game is called They All Fucking Hate You. As everyone battles on which side is better than the other, all of them have extracted all of our wealth, screwed us over in every way. Little love at first lash mascara. All we do is fight with each other. Everything that Democrats have done that Republican politicians say are bad, they allowed to happen. Everything Republicans have done that Democrats say is bad, they allowed to happen. I'll never forget. Like, I'm not really into abortion anymore, but I used to be super pro-choice. And when I learned that Democrats could have solidified abortion into law, they could have solidified Roe versus Wade, but never did, because they knew that their political opponents would try to overturn it and that they would use it, them doing that, to raise money for their party to win more elections, that they literally allow the other party to do things that they claim that they're against, and they'll stop and set it up for them to be able to do things so they can continue to extract wealth out of people. Political theater. That's right. It's all bullshit, dude. And people fight over this shit. Okay, the reason cities are full of crime, Democrats and Republicans. Ever sit there and watch how they vote on stuff together most of the time? Like, they pass terrible bloated bills full of like spending and horrible shit, and it's both parties voting yes on it. And then they all say words about each other, and then their actions never match all their like words. And they just point the finger at one another. Oh, that side's the bad side. Ugh. And that's why, like, I have friends like, oh, well, if you support this politician, you're so bad. It's like, your politician just lies to you and tells you that the other side's so bad. Like, here's an example. If Ron DeSantis had won the primaries and had become president, everything they're saying about Donald Trump, they would say about him. I'll never forget when he was running for the primaries, they're like, even worse than Trump, more Hitler than Hitler himself, Ron DeSantis, there's no one worse than Ron. And then Ron didn't win. They're like, no, actually we lied. It's Trump. He's the one. And I'm like, oh my God. It's so bullshit. It's so stupid. And everyone just eats it up and then are shitty about each other. Most cities in my memory have mostly been Democrat run, 100%. Chicago is the best example of this. Is 60 years of Democratic rule, Democratic policies. And I'm sorry, Al Capone did a better job running that city. It was safer with him. The only ones I look at are the ones, when both sides hate someone, I tend to listen to them more than anyone else. I'm the same way. Like, when Dick Cheney and George Bush were like, Trump's bad and we agree with Obama. Look at us. Dick Cheney's so good. I was like, okay, you've lost me. You coming out here telling me, listen to Dick Cheney. His opinion is good. I was like, all right, you're full of shit. Fucking Mr. Halliburton. Well, Dick Cheney says that these people are bad. I'm like, Dick Cheney is literally the fucking gatekeeper of the seventh gate of hell. And you're trying to tell me that he's going to tell me who's good and bad. Like, get the fuck out of here. My eyes are just a mess today. It's fun. I look like a whore. Sometimes you have to do that for yourself. You just have to go a little crazy. Yeah, the fear mongering. I'm so over it. I feel like Fetterman is the only old school Democrat, like the way he behaves. I'm like, what happened to Democrats behaving like this guy? Like everyone now is this radical progressive over there. It's fucking crazy. When Dick shot someone while hunting, he totally shot his friend in the face and got away with it. With birdshot. I don't know. So far, everything they're saying about Gavin Newsom is pretty true. I can't believe people support Gavin Newsom. Literally jailed people for surfing alone and then went out to restaurants like, I'm above you, look at me, COVID rules don't apply to me, I'm so rich and wealthy, I do what I want, fuck everyone else but me. And then he's like, oh, sorry, I did that anyway. Kamala threw the election on purpose. She didn't throw the election. No one liked her. Like, even the left didn't like her the entire time. She was so disliked that when she was in the primaries before they chose Biden, no one voted for her. No one liked her. No one supported her. 0 people liked that bitch. And then they're all like, she's the greatest bitch that ever bitched. And I'm like, no one liked her. Like, polls showed how much everyone, both sides, disliked her the whole time. Dude, Gavin Newsom reminds me of that dude from Hunger Games, the Caesar guy. He is a creepazoid, man. And the fact that he's going to run for president and his state has nothing but fucking heroin addicts shooting up in their feet, shitting and pissing in streets. A fire that was avoidable the entire time. All they had to do was forest around, rake the forest, as Trump said. What you do is you thin the trees and then you make burn piles. You rake everything around it into a pile and then you burn it in burn season. And then it's a fire break. All they had to do was fire break around these areas and they didn't do it. Why? Why would you not do it? Because they didn't care. Yeah, they knew that, and that's why they ran her. It was a setup for Trump to be installed. Wouldn't doubt it. Wouldn't doubt it. Trump makes me laugh, but because of that, I'm like, I trust him as much as I trust, a fart after Indian food that made my stomach feel upset. And then people get mad at you. Like, you have to be on one side or the other. And I'm like, I don't trust anyone. And a smart person is going to continue to not trust politicians, regardless of whose side they're on. I've said it before, I'll say it again. If Donald Trump suddenly unzipped his skin and stepped out, king of the lizards, and Hillary Clinton came up and was like, I'm his queen, blah, 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 blah. I'd be like, oh, yeah, no, this totally makes sense. I can see this. Totally makes sense. Big Kitty's good. Big Kitty's over there sleeping. My hair is too short, guys. It'll grow. It's too short for me. It's too short. I actually want more of an angle in my bob. Right? Like, I feel like it looks too straight. I like really angled bobs. And I'm feeling, see that? Like, it's not that angled. So then it just looks like a straight Dutch boy. So I'm going to grow it out. And then I'm going to get that angled bob. It's a uniparty? Well, no shit. That's why Republicans are like, Democrats, you're so bad. And then they go vote for everything Democrats want. I feel like we're just hurtling towards Agenda 2030 and they're all in on it. And before you know it, they're going to be like, hey, universal income and all this shit. And they will be super duper rich and we will own nothing and be happy. This ridiculous look I did kind of works. I'm not completely mad at what's happened on my face. America's been foolish the whole time. It's not like some new thing where we're all idiots. An A-line bob. Yeah, it's like an asymmetrical bob is what I had forever. Like my hair was shorter in the back and like way longer in the front. But my hair feels super healthy after she cut it all off, so I ain't mad at it. But when I get my hair cut again in like 2-3 months, I'm going to try to go for more of the angle. My makeup is flawless. It's just on my eyes. I just have primer on my face. I pop my eyes so hard, I don't want to hoe up my face. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe I'll use this Love Galore plush lip oil. My hair is getting to be longer than yours. I'm going to need, I chopped off like 6 inches. My hair was to my nipples. Like it was down here on this side. Like it was really long. So when I got up out of the chair, I was like, yeah, boy, there's like a shit ton of hair on the ground. It's a little shorter than what I had originally wanted. I kind of wanted it here, but it grows in 2 seconds. It's just the next time I get my hair cut, I want to really be sure that it is at more of an angle than this. See, this bob is almost like a straight bob. I like it when it's like, does that make sense? I got a hoe up. Hope you guys are doing well. I still see Matt's clips pop up all the time. Do you? He has clips on Twitch? That's crazy. More of an angle would be better, but I like the length. I like it a little longer, but I'm definitely probably going to keep it like the back of my hair to my collarbones, but then the front of my hair, I wouldn't mind being a little further down, but it was unhealthy and it needed to be hacked. So I'm glad I hacked it off. I'm glad because hair grows and my hair will just grow. AI runs America. I never went looking for this. I made a blog on Top Model and AI led me here since Adrienne was on my list of top contestants from cycle 1 through 7. You ain't wrong. But was AI wrong to lead you to me? Short hair, you're getting old, don't hate. No. She just cut off more than I asked for. I'm just not a baby. Like some chicks will really wig out, right? And I was like, oh, well, it'll grow back. You know what I mean? Like I had girlfriends that were like, oh my gosh, you wanted it longer than that. And it's not longer than that. You must have wigged out. I'm like, no, I actually love my hair chick. I think she does a great job and my hair will fucking grow back. I used to have my hair so short. It was like to my chin. Like just a few years ago. And then I like grew it. I grew it out, but my hair's happiest here. And it will be there in just a few months. Just takes a second, you know. But I did get up out of the chair and I looked at my hair and I was like, oh, that's a shit ton of hair. But then I ran my hand through my hair. I'm like, it feels so healthy. It feels so good. I ain't even mad at it because my hair feels so fucking good. So by next summer, I'm going to have long ass hair again. And that's how it works. They always cut more. She never does. Never does. And as I said, I'm not unhappy with my cut at all. It'll grow in, you know. It'll grow in. I'll be fan. I'm not a fan of short on ladies. Just saying. Well, my husband likes my hair. My husband usually is a fan of anything I do, so long as I don't have my clothes on. So it really doesn't matter here. I get away with anything and everything. I do. And that's how life should be. I'm just like, hey, guys, did you guys know I'm an Avon lady? I'd love to be your Avon lady. You guys need one? Let me be that bitch. Let me be that bitch. Wouldn't it be great? Wouldn't you love it? Wouldn't you love it? I'd love it. I would. I'd be so grateful if you bitches shopped with me. I literally sometimes I get stuck in my mind. Things were going so well. Sorry. Things were going so well for my business prior the inflation hit. Was that 2022 where it hit? I mean, it slapped my face. And I had worked so hard to get it there that it sometimes I have like loss aversion where, I'll look at my paychecks today and I'm like, why isn't it like before? Like, because ain't nobody got no money. But if you have a couple bucks and you want some like vitamin C Beyond Glow, that's what I use today. Or Vixen eyeshadow, FMG. I'd love to hook y'all up. I'd love to be your Avon bitch. We have amazing body wash. You can wash your butthole with it. I wash mine. I wash my butthole with it. Let me see here. Bath and body. People are like, I don't wear makeup. I'm like, do you not use a lotion? Do you not wash your asshole? You don't do that? You just walk around with a rancid asshole. I love our bubble bath. Love it. I love our hand lotion, the soft, radiant, moisturizing, radiant hand cream. In fact, I'm going to buy that really quick. Ooh, strawberry. I'm going to buy that too. Sorry, I love the Moisture Therapy Intensive Healing and Repair hand cream. It smells like nothing. So if you're a dude and you're like constantly, your hands are all fucked up and chafed and shit, that's the money. It's only $5.99, this hand cream. It is my favorite. I'm going to do one more. Ooh, look at this. They have a Moisture Therapy trio. It's the hand cream, body lotion, and body butter. So it's scentless. So if you don't want to smell like a bitch, that's the way to go. So skin's so soft, I like this Moisture Therapy body wash. But I am a huge fan of our Skin So Soft soap bars, specifically the facial wash ones. Money. In terms of the Skin So Soft shower gel, I like the Radiant Moisture the most. I like the smell of it the most, but to each their own. We have the brand new Hydroplenish Hyaluronic Acid Body Scrub and Hyaluronic Acid Shower Gel and Body Oil. We have the Radiant Renew Body Lotion with Retinol by Skin So Soft. So you can put retinol on your body. This body wash right here, I'm going to buy some. The Hibiscus body wash, it's $8.99. It's fucking massive. It's 33.82 fluid ounces for $8. It's fucking massive. And I love it. I tell people about the cleaning products too when they talk about makeup, face, and body. Back to the butthole. Let's get back to the butthole, shall we? Can we talk about that again? About buttholes? But yeah, huge fan of all our body washes and stuff. I love these brand new body scrubs. Strawberry Sunset, coconut scrub. I want the coconut scrub. What else? What else do I love that's in here? That's specifically my favorites. I do like the new mistletoe body lotion. It smells really good. I got the hand cream too. Oh, bink. There it is. Smells very fruity, very stripper-y in a delicious stripper way. So I would not use it if I was a guy. On the duty antiperspirant deodorant. Look at what we got. Deodorant. Right? What else do we got? We have, I almost said flavored deodorant. Scented deodorant. I do like this enriching coconut milk lotion. The Skin So Soft coconut milk lotion is really, really good. The AHA resurfacing lotion for your body is really, really good. Lowest price ever, $10 instead of $34, bitch. So if you get clogged pores, like on the backs of your arms, stuff like that, you want to use this AHA lotion. It will exfoliate your arms. So instead of you picking and popping zits on your body, if you are susceptible to getting acne, or I forget what they're called, the pores that get clogged because your skin cell turnover isn't as good as it was before the age of 27, that AHA moisturizing body lotion, I would put it just on the spots with the clogged pores. So for me, it's the backs of my arms. But the fact that it's $10 instead of $34, it says lowest price ever. I'm going to go ahead and get 3. I'm going to go ahead and get a buttload of it. Why not? Why the fuck not? So here's all our deodorants. Okay, the hand lotion, the soft radiant moisture, I'm a really big fan of. I like the daily skin defense. I like the moisture therapy intensive healing and repair bonus size body lotion, $20 instead of 26. Ooh, the calming relief is really good too. Ooh, we got some cherry and some sorry, I'm going shopping. This is my problem. Y'all don't shop with me and I shop with me. That's my fucking issue. Can't stop. Ooh, intensive moisture foot cream. Gonna get some of that. I love our foot cream. All right. Now we got gift and value sets. That's always money. Ooh, that's nice. That's a good radiant moisture, but let's see. Let's go to home. Home. Gotta get in there. Gotta live that best life. So I did get the waffle cabin candle, and it does smell like waffles, in case you were wondering. It definitely smells like waffles in a really good way. I was like, ooh, this is very mapley and waffly. So I had that burning. I love our foaming toilet bowl cleanser. I also like our sheet detergent. If you're traveling, this is the shit. I like our sheet detergent just in general, but I feel like it's great for traveling. And this is what I clean my puppy with. I have a fucking sexy ass picture of my husband somewhere shampooing our dog with this dog shampoo. It makes her smell so good. Not new though. A couple of kids murdered a toddler in the UK in the 1990s. Search Jamie Bulger for the details. Whoa, what? Momo, anything scented for dudes like me who might want to smell decent? Sure. Let's go to dudes. Men. Men. All right. There's all your colognes. I like the Wild Country cologne the most. Black Suede's good too. We got body wash. I would highly recommend our other body wash that doesn't smell too fruity too. Then we got our skincare for dudes. Look at that. Daily moisture therapy hydrating lotion for men. Deodorant for dudes. There it is. Yep. Look at all this. We have clothes. So like, can you buy this? No. You can only have me hand deliver it to you, which means I can get it from my husband, but not for you guys, because you have to have an Avon lady in your area. So I'm sorry I can't get you underwear. I'm sorry. Cellulite is hereditary. Did you know that? It's hereditary. I have it. So nothing for cellulite, and I don't recommend getting anything for cellulite. The only thing you can do is lose weight. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks. The Avon store is too big. Is it not easier to go to Geo Target for one product? I mean, you can do whatever the fuck you want. I like having a huge store full of shit. That's what I like. And then a drop down menu of everything that I can buy. Like, hey, what's new arrivals? And this is all our new shit. Like my lip oil I just put on. This stuff. I got it right here. Love Galore. That's the color I got it in. I like it. I like it. Anyway, bitches. Your girl's out of here. What'd we learn today? I'm PMSing. I'm full of shit. I'm kind of an asshole. Apparently, sometimes I'm very mad. I blame both parties for the disintegration of our nation. I blame both parties for the insane rhetoric, like calling everyone Nazis and communist. Like, come on, dude. Not everyone's a fucking communist. And there's like no fucking Nazis in this country. It's insane. Tony, you're the shit. I appreciate you for it. Thank you. But I'm going to go and try to do something. Every government shut down. No one got fired until this one, Democrats and Republicans. Here's my problem with the government shutdown right now. And I'll just say this before I leave. Here's my problem. They're lying about why it's shut down. Like Chuck Schumer and shit. Like, here's why it's shut down. So Chuck Schumer is like, Republicans control the Senate, the House, and the White House. They're the ones shutting it down. This right here is why it's shut down. Okay, this is 3 minutes. I'm just going to play it.
You sure got to climb a lot of steps to get to this Capitol building here in Washington. Well, I wonder who that sad little scrap of paper is.
I'm just a bill. Yes, I'm only a bill. And I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. Well, it's a long, long journey to the capital city. It's a long, long wait while I'm sitting in committee. But I know I'll be a law someday. At least I hope and pray that I will. But today I am still just a bill.
Gee, Bill, you certainly have a lot of patience and courage.
Well, I got this far. When I started, I wasn't even a bill. I was just an idea. Some folks back home decided they wanted a law passed, so they called their local congressman, and he said, "You're right, there ought to be a law." Then he sat down and wrote me out and introduced me to Congress, and I became a bill. And I'll remain a bill until they decide to make me a law. I'm just a bill. Yes, I'm only a...
So there's a bill right now just sitting there in gridlock, deadlock, because they can't decide if they want to make it a law. So they shut everything down.
A bill, and I got as far as Capitol Hill. Well, now I'm stuck in committee,
And the party that has the shutdown going on are Democrats with one Republican, Rand Paul. That is why this is happening. It's all the Democrats and Rand Paul. I mean, it is what it is. And I love Ron Paul. And I actually kind of dig Rand Paul sometimes. But people aren't getting paid and shit because of him and his buddies now. That's what's happening.
sit here and wait while a few key congressmen discuss and debate whether they should let me be a law. I hope and pray that they will, but today I am still just a bill.
Yep, it's in gridlock because 55 through 45 isn't enough to pass the budget. It needs to be 60 votes, I believe. Yes, you're correct. So one side with one Republican are holding it up.
Listen to those congressmen arguing.
Yep, Democrats do want a lot of pork in that bill, but I don't trust Republicans at all either.
All that discussion and debate about you?
Yeah, I'm one of the lucky ones. Most bills never even get this far. I hope they decide to report on me favorably, otherwise I may die.
Die?
Yeah, die in committee. Oh, but it looks like I'm going to live. Now I go to the House of Representatives and they vote on me.
If they vote yes, what happens?
Then I go to the Senate and the whole thing starts all over again.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. I'm just a bill. Yes, I'm only a bill. And if they vote...
They depend on the fact that most Americans don't know this, and they treat everyone like they're fucking idiots. They treat everyone like they're fucking idiots. Nonstop. And they depend on you not having the knowledge of why this is happening. That's what they're depending on. Is that everyone's stupid. And a lot of people are. When a politician says words, my default setting, when Trump says words, when Schumer says words, is to not believe them until I figure it out. But there's a lot of people like, this guy's on my team, so he's the correct one. That's what people do. And it's crazy. Not me. Anyway, AdrianneCurry.com if you'd like to make me your Avon lady. I'd love to be. I hope you guys all have a fantastic day. Educate yourself. And know both sides fucking hate you. They do. And only like people that both sides hate.